Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to another video. Finally, I have my week off school and dreadful GCSEs. But over that period of time, the new Spider-Man trailer came out, and I gotta say, this looked sick. From the villain reveals, Kraven the Hunter, the Lizard, and the symbiote Spider-Man, symbiote, whatever you want to call it. This game is going to be massive. However, the real villain of this story has still not been introduced, and I'm going to prove it. Starting off with the newest trailer, all is well, some sick graphics, a GTA-like switching mode between Peter and Miles, and just generic, cool gameplay. From a first glance, and as an obvious plot, is Peter getting the symbiote suit from this basement somehow. Yet as the story progresses, we'll see him get more aggressive, violent, and unsympathetic towards those around him. We can see this already through the lack of quips he always makes, being dismissive to Miles, and yes, while he's still saving people, he's discarding them as if it was nothing. Which, to be honest, for this guy, it probably was nothing. But anyway, I do not think the main villain is Spider-Man / Venom, Kraven, or the Lizard. The main villain is Green Goblin!
What?
Yeah, big surprise. But think about it. In the first game, there are obvious references to the Green Goblin, some including blueprints for the Goblin Glider and the pumpkin bombs, and the prototype mask for the Goblin itself. And at the very ending of the game, showing Norman promise his son that he will be cured. Yet Venom is also here? This is where everything gets confusing. If Spider-Man can get the symbiote here, how is it in the tank with Harry Osborn? And how is Venom even a character in the game? I believe we fight Venom first before any other villain, successfully defeat him, and the symbiote is locked up and hidden in this basement. Due to some sort of mission, we are forced to retrieve the symbiote, but then suddenly it launches onto us and then BAM! Symbiote Spider-Man. Kraven the Hunter is next on the villains we gotta take down. So off goes him, maybe with some minor villains coming in the way, like we see on Kraven's screen. Yuri, or otherwise known as the Wraith, the Prowler, Black Cat, and loads more that I can't make out on the screen. Yet all along, we find out the true villains pulling the strings. Norman and Harry.
You can thank me later.
Don't forget, in the recent trailer, Peter is aware of Harry's sickness.
Can't lose Connors. Harry's dying, and he's the only one who can help. We won't!
Meaning he was able to communicate with him in some way. Peter progressively turns evil, Miles is forced to shock the symbiote out of him. No pun intended. A rematch with Venom, and then eventually fighting either Norman or Harry. So considering that Peter has supposedly made contact with Harry, I believe that Norman ditched Devil's Breath, as that obviously ended horribly, and instead came up with a serum to cure his son. And yes, you guessed it, the Goblin Serum, which Harry takes as Peter won't give him his blood, and they fail to get Dr. Connors to help them. It's not the traditional Norman Osborn Goblin, it's Harry, which makes sense. Norman is fairly old, and Harry being cured with a new Goblin Serum would make for a cool boss battle, fighting an old friend, which would be emotional. Obviously, we will still have the entire team that gets in the way, such as Kraven's team, but maybe other factions, as this game is a full-fledged game. Like in Spider-Man 1, we had Sable, Kingpin, Martin Lee, and the prison factions. Miles Morales halving this because it's a spin-off game, having Roxxon and the Underground. Possibly Spider-Man 2 may up itself in this sense, who knows. Some other theories that I came up with, as we are able to choose which character we play as, maybe we'll have some Detroit Become Human action where we get to choose who we want to control, altering game events. And having a good ending where Peter is freed and back to normal, or having a bad ending where we instead fight Miles as Peter and then just ruin everything. For this new Spider-Man game and the upcoming release of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, maybe they will find a way to link both of them together. As we all know, our PS4 Spider-Man is indeed in that movie, and Insomniac have done a good job on releasing a lot yet still keeping it really vague. As we don't know what villains the Spider Duo will encounter, maybe we will see more of Dr. Octopus.
Hello, Peter.
Will this game just be a story on bullying Peter, as if he's corrupted by the symbiote, then his logical thinking will be altered, and he may be mentally vulnerable to mind manipulation? Or in really simple terms, we may see a form of the superior Spider-Man, which is Dr. Octopus inside Spider-Man's conscience, controlling him. As to how this could happen is a bit strange. Maybe the whole of the raft gets blown up again and the Sinister Six make a return. We know Insomniac isn't afraid to reuse characters. Or it's revealed that Otto has possibly taken over the raft and with his newfound resources start a conflict with the Spider Duo through his technology and his Ionokoji level intelligence. With this guy, we really don't know. Furthermore, Otto's return is hinted subtly at by Peter's mechanical arms in the first Spider-Man 2 trailer. The recontinued story of revenge as Otto's body becomes more and more fragile until it becomes a
useless body!
It'd be interesting to just see a rematch or a whole gang of villains as the final boss battle, and undoubtedly Spider-Man 1's final boss battle with Otto was one of the greatest, and the theme track along with it was amazing too. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video. I cannot wait until this game comes out. It honestly looks so good with the graphics. I can tell the storyline is going to be amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to literally be Venom, I guess. Maybe we'll even get that iconic Spider-Man 3 scene, who knows. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching guys. I know this is a pretty short video, but wanted to get it out so it's contextually right, I don't know. And yeah, starting to get back into YouTube. Let me know how I'm doing. If you're even here, then hi, how are you doing? But yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.